Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I'm Josh Strife Hayes, and this is 20 obscure Runescape facts and trivia you absolutely did not know. Part 1. I've combed through the Runescape archives and historical updates to bring you the strangest facts and figures about the world's greatest MMORPG. All my sources are listed in the description. If I mention something you didn't know, or you think you know some random fact I don't know, then tell me in the comments below. Here we go. Number 1. Remember the skeleton on the detail select screen, the one that holds up the high detail sign? Game canon states his name is Crunchy, and he's there because he lost a duel with a mage and this is his punishment. Crunchy also mentions his roommate hasn't had a shower in 3 years. 2. Aggie the Witch, the one who makes dyes in Draenor Village, claims the tomato on her table was actually an attempted lesser demon summoning that went very wrong. 3. In the first Postbags from the Hedge, the player Undead Priest writes a letter to the second demon in the Karamja volcano and decides to name them Carrot. The Jagex reply as the demon ends with the sign-off Carrot, meaning this demon's name is officially Carrot. 4. The box the mysterious old man gives you was given to him as a prank while he explored the Eastern lands. It's a self-replicating box, and even with the help of his friend the Mime, he can't open them all fast enough, so decided to give them away to random adventurers. 5. The evil chicken claims the source of his power is because he doesn't eat chicken feed. Instead, he eats his favourite food, roast chicken. This means the evil chicken is officially confirmed to be a cannibal. Number 6. The canon reason Delrith from the Demon Slayer quest is such a low level is because he's ashamed of his lack of clothes, and when he sees his reflection in the Blade of Silverlight, he drops from level 82 to level 27 out of pure embarrassment. According to Delrith, he sent a dark wizard to buy clothes from Varrock, but the wizard hasn't returned yet. Number 7. The man who works in the observatory is called Axe Wielder, and he states that Gielinor is absolutely, undeniably, undisputably, undoubtedly, 100% assured and guaranteed a globe. He also confirms the world of RuneScape has one moon. 8. Lumbridge has been ruled over by Duke Horatio and his family line for generations. This started hundreds of years ago when King Claudius of Varrock granted the land to Horatio's ancestor Polonius. It was then Polonius who built the original Lumbridge Castle, replacing an old wooden fort that used to be there. Number 9. In reality, moss grows mostly on the north side of trees or rocks, as this side gets the least sun and stays damp. But in RuneScape, moss seems to grow on every side of the rock apart from the north. 10. The cave goblins of Dorgashun hunt and eat the giant frogs in the Slayer Cave. Normally they're sent in hunting parties, but every so often a single cave goblin will kill a frog solo and return to a hero's welcome, which irritates the leader of the Dorgashun, Tag, as he thinks this is a dangerous thing to do. 11. On the 27th of February 2006, the player Salute wrote a letter to Jagex asking the barbarian woman in the Blue Moon Inn out on a date. The woman wrote back saying she wasn't interested as he was too weak, then added the only way to woo her would be to drop the head of the strongest enemy at her feet. I tested this by dropping Vorkath's head at her feet. She didn't seem interested in me either. 12. The Makeover Mage can change players' genders, but where exactly did this power come from? The mage claims they used to bend spoons for a living, a reference to the real-life conman Uri Geller. Then one day they were hunting the now extinct Gazuli birds, and one of them dropped a magical yin-yang amulet. When they put the amulet on, they instantly changed gender. They then spent years studying the amulet to learn the spell. The Makeover Mage's name is Pete, or Peter, depending on what they choose to go with on any given day. 13. You know that wounded Burthorpe soldier by Death Plateau? Well, he's not wounded. The player Steve639 sent a letter in offering to drag him back to the hospital, and the soldier replied, telling Steve his brother Harold Dim guards the weapons room and he was assigned to guard a signpost. Knowing this was a stupid guard placement, he assumed he was actually on a super secret special mission, so he covered himself in fake blood and walked with a limp to throw people off the scent. He's still lying there to this day, still on his super secret special mission. Probably. 14. The Eastern Lands are distant and secretive. Players currently can't go there, but we do know a few things. They're called the Wushanko Isles and are made up of many smaller islands. The nightmare comes from the island of Ashiyama. The old crone says she cannot read the writing of the Eastern Lands, confirming they have a different language or a different symbology. There are several NPCs in the game that are confirmed to come from the Eastern Lands, including the merchant Akhanaru, the ghost Necrovarus, the siren Shura, and the Warriors Guild battle mage Shinomi. 15. Older players may remember Thordur's Black Hole. Before Jagex had created the ban system, rule breakers or offensive players would be sent to the Black Hole, a holding cell you can't leave or move around in. Unfortunately, this resulted in players misbehaving just to see what it was like, so Andrew Gower created the Black Hole Experience, a mock prison you could visit. You had to buy a disc of returning from Thordur, then right-click it to visit the Black Hole Experience. In this one you were able to walk around freely. Unfortunately, players would trick other players into dropping their discs of returning while in the mock black hole and trapping them there forever. These tricked players remained stuck until a Jagex moderator moved them out. The disc of returning still exists in RuneScape 3, but has no use. 16. The player Sir Axolot asked Jagex why river trolls would attack him while fishing in Catherby, as Catherby was connected to a sea and not a river. Jagex confirmed the river trolls were caught up in a large tornado from Trollheim, thrown into a whirlpool and then flushed out to sea, and are now trying to get back to Trollheim by washing up on the shore. Top-notch explanation there, Jagex. Top-notch. 17. The player Man for Love 2 asked moss giants if their beards were sentient and have lives of their own. The reply came from Dave the Moss Giant's beard and was a resounding yes. This means it's canon that somewhere in RuneScape there is a moss giant with a beard named Dave. 18. In April 2006, Jagex allowed players to write in questions for the RuneScape Mime, the random event. Players asked various questions and Jagex responded by showing screenshots of the mime in unique poses. They included, "Have you ever considered becoming a rally driver?" The mime responded by holding a steering wheel and pressing a pedal down. "Please have a shower, you're starting to smell." The mime is then shown sniffing his armpit. "Can you do the robot?" The mime apparently can indeed do the robot. Player Backstrom Lee threatened to kill the mime in the wilderness if ever they met, and the mime responded with an armoured up picture. 19. Remember the two lizards that used to circle the edges of the minimap? They actually have names. While most players knew them as Lefty and Righty, they're actually called Atlas and Meridian, named after Atlas the Titan that holds up the world, and Meridian, the line that runs from the north to the south pole. And number 20. In May 2006, player Ashig asked the penguins in the Lumbridge cowfield how they were doing, how they felt about wearing a sheep disguise, and why exactly they felt compelled to leave their homeland. The penguins responded with a simple picture of a single penguin standing on the ice, imagining the human cities burning down. And there we have it, 20 obscure RuneScape facts and trivia. If I've mentioned something you didn't know, then a comment or like is much appreciated, and I'll be back soon with part 2. We have a lot more to cover. A big thank you to all my supporters on Patreon who make all my videos possible. If you'd like to chat to me, you can join us on Twitch, Twitter, or Discord. Links are all below. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a great day.